What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome back to another episode of the Portsmouth Career Mode series. This is episode number 36 and we're going to be starting today's episode off by having a little look at the squad report for this month. We've got a few players that are starting to go up in overall, and if you do want to see any players that have gone up in any of their stats or overalls, then of course feel free to pause the video and you can have a little look at their stats and where they're growing in what attributes they're growing in, basically. But we've got a lot of players that are on the increase, and that's good to see, and there are some that aren't on the increase whatsoever, and that is because they are glitched, unfortunately. So maybe I'll have to shift them on next season. Players like Funzo Ojo and Max Clayton and a lot of other players as well. I do believe Sido Barahino and also Ryan Woods, as well as a couple of left backs, Tyrone Mings and also Ben Purrington. They haven't gone up in a single stat yet, which is a little bit worrying. Some of the players, of course, we did buy in January, so I'll give them a little bit of time yet before I decide what I'm going to end up doing with those players. But it is a little bit frustrating because I buy these players expecting them to grow, and when they don't grow, it is a little bit frustrating and demoralising because we've got some players that I never play whatsoever that just grow loads and loads and loads. Like Jason Gurria, he's up to 67 overall, which is pretty impressive for a player that's only got 65 potential. Not bad whatsoever, and it really does get frustrating because players that I play week in, week out don't grow, and I don't understand that. It's really a bad potential system, and I do hope that EA do fix it in the future. I've mentioned it before, and it is very frustrating. That's all I can really say about it. There's not much I can really do about it, because of course it is the in-game mechanics. I've just got to hope that EA do fix the problem come FIFA 16, because I do believe in FIFA 13 career mode this never used to happen, so I don't know why it's only just started to happen over the past two FIFAs. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments below. Maybe that was purposefully put into the game by EA, but nevertheless, we are going into the first game of the episode. It's going to be against Colchester, and they are a side that are looking probably to get promoted. They are in the 8th position. They've still got a good chance of getting promoted into the championship as long as they win their next few matches of the remaining season. Then they have a good chance of actually getting promoted via the playoffs if they do manage to win the playoffs, but I don't think they have any kind of a chance of catching us or Warsaw whatsoever, as we are just storming away with the league. Even on Legendary we're doing very well, and a really good chance here came in the 2nd minute, and well, what do I have to say about that? I do not know. I'll let you decide what you have to say about that. You can call it whatever you want. I'll just call it lucky, because that is ridiculously lucky. I put in a triple tap cross into the middle. What is the goalkeeper doing there? I have no idea. He just parries it out into the path of Neil Morpay, and he's of course going to put that into the back of the net every day of the week. And in the 2nd minute of the game, we take the lead. So unbelievable stuff. Pretty much straight from kickoff, we managed to get a goal there, and it was one of those goals where you realise that sometimes FIFA is a little bit ridiculous, and I'm really under-exaggerating when I say a little bit. That was the most ridiculous goal that I've ever scored in my life on FIFA. I don't think I've scored a more ridiculous goal, and it just proves that the goalkeeping mechanics on this game are seriously broken and really do need to be addressed. And really, Colchester, they weren't really much of a threat in this game. They had a free kick there in the 52nd minute, which they did miss. Another good chance here as a header comes in and it comes off the post there in the 59th minute. A really good chance for Colchester, but unfortunately they couldn't put it into the back of the net. They didn't have good finishers in front of goal, and it was clear to see that because they weren't taking their chances. When they did get it, they got a good chance from the free kick, and we would get a good chance here to extend our lead. Barahino cutting inside, but Lewington makes a really good save for Colchester, and that does keep it at 1-0, but we end up winning the game nonetheless, because of one of the most ridiculous goals that I've ever seen in my life, and it is Neil Morpay who actually managed to turn it in. I thought it had already crossed the line from the triple tap cross from Jordan Ibe, but obviously not, and then Neil Morpay followed up the rebound. Oh my god. It is just so ridiculous. Look at it again. You can see it there. I just wanted to watch it again just quickly because it was just ridiculous. How on earth we managed to put that chance into the back of the net, I will never know, but we pick up the 3 points, and that is all that matters in these late stages of this season. We just need to keep on picking up the 3 points, and a very important match here as we come up against Warsaw here. You'll be able to have a little look at the league table there. They are currently our rivals for automatic promotion and winning the Football League League One. They are 7 points behind us. If we win this match here against Warsaw, surely we're going to be able to win the whole thing. I mean, surely we're going to be able to win the whole title of this season, because Warsaw being 7 points behind, they need to pick up a result in this match. They are a side that I really didn't expect to be gunning for promotion or even automatic promotion. I'm surprised they're in second. There are a lot stronger sides that I would have thought would have done a bit better and would have been looking to get into the championship, but obviously not. And, well, we got another chance there in the second minute again of the second match, and it was Cornet going for a volley, but unfortunately his volley just went wide of the post and it still remained at 0-0. They get a good chance here as Romain Sawyers gets onto the ball and he puts it into the back of the net. A player that I'm really looking to sign, and I actually could have got him on a pre-contract deal, and the reason I didn't do that in the January transfer window was because I don't need him at the moment. I really don't need him. Even for next season, I'm not really sure if I'm going to need him, because we've got enough central orientated players at the moment that are a lot better than he is, actually, to be honest. We've got Funzo Ojo, we've got Ledson, we've got Dele Alli, we've got so many different central midfielders, and of course, I did want to go in for Gary Gardner, an English central midfielder that I thought is going to be a really good pre-contract signing for us, and because we sold those players, I could actually afford him, and that meant that Romain Sawyers really wasn't a target of mine anymore, because I wanted to go for the big headline players rather than going for low overall players that have a lot of potential. I preferred to go with players that actually were good at the time but also have good potential, if that makes sense, and really I didn't think that it was a good idea going in for him. He did get the goal there nonetheless, and it was a struggle trying to get back into this game. We had a few chances, a shout for a penalty actually early on in the first half, and a really good chance here as we do a 1-2 here. Neil Morpay with Jed Wallace. He's through one-on-one here as he get past the defence, but unfortunately the goalkeeper makes a good save, and then I take it round the keeper but out for a goal kick. A real mistake there, as I could have made it 1-1 and level up the game, but we get another good chance here. 70th minute as we get taken out, and that is a penalty straight away. I knew it was going to be a penalty as soon as I went inside, and there you have it. Max Clayton falls to the ground and we managed to pick up a penalty here. A really good chance to level up the game. Who would I actually give it to was the question. I was tempted to give it to Max Clayton as he did win the penalty. He did all the hard work there, and I thought maybe it was worth giving him the penalty and give him the chance to level up the game here, because Warsaw really needed to hang on here and pick up a win. It was crucial if they had any chance of winning the title and taking it off of us. So in the end I decided to give it to our best penalty taker, Hong Chul, instead of Neil Morpay or Max Clayton, as I wanted a trusted penalty taker and a trusted spot kick taker. So I would give it to Hong Chul. Our number 2 stands over the penalty. Will he score it? Of course he will. He puts it into the back of the net and he gets another goal for himself in what is turning out to be a very good season for our left back slash left midfielder. He has been playing in alternate positions due to fitness reasons basically, but he is a good player and he manages to put that one away very confidently there into the back of the net, getting his 5th goal in the Football League One, and he's a really impressive pre-contract signing. He's going to have a real future at Portsmouth, and I can imagine he's going to be a very good player for us in the future, especially when we get to the Premier League. I can't imagine what his stats are going to look like at full potential. I want to be keeping him at the club for as long as possible, because I know his technical stats are going to look amazing at full potential, and I really can't wait to use him when he is at full potential. Imagine his free kicks at full potential. That would just be absolutely brilliant. But you may also be able to see that I did actually create a new team sheet. You'll be able to see in a minute the players that I've actually put in the team sheet. We're currently rocking with a 4-4-2 for both the Portsmouth default and the reserve side, but I thought I'd go with a 4-3-3 experiment side. You can see that we got Tartar as the false 9, and we've got Ibe and Keiko around him as the left wing and right wing. Apart from that, it's pretty much the same side. I thought I'd go with a side that has more central midfielders. Not in this game against West Bromwich Albion. I didn't want to be risky. I wanted to go with a side that I was comfortable with, so I thought I'd stick with the 4-4-2 for this match against West Brom, as it was a pretty important one here. We would be taking them on in the FA Cup, and it would be an important one indeed, as we actually beat Bristol City in the last episode, and we'd actually be able to see here if we could advance in the FA Cup even more than we have done already. We've done so well in the FA Cup so far, but would we be able to continue that against West Brom, a Barclays Premier League side here? You can see the tables there. We are in the quarter-final at the moment. If we actually win this, we're going to be coming up against either Everton or Spurs, I do believe it is. West Brom, they have a decent side, don't get me wrong, but it's easily beatable. We've got a good side as well, and I think our side is definitely good enough for a low-table team in the Premiership, and I really do think we had a good chance here to beat West Bromwich Albion and advance into the semis maybe. A really good chance here for Max Clayton in the 12th minute, but unfortunately his shot goes wide of the post, and that was a really, really good chance for him there. And in the 21st minute, they would get a chance. West Bromwich Albion, we make a mistake there with Dele Alli. Blanco gets onto the ball, passes it to Morrison, and really, he should have done a lot better in that situation. The number 7 should have done a lot better for West Bromwich Albion, and I'm surprised he didn't even put that on target, let alone into the back of the net. What a good opportunity that was, missed by West Bromwich Albion. Would they come back to pay for that? Well, Berahino against his former club here. Would he get the chance to score against them? No, unfortunately. Luke Daniels, the glitch goalkeeper in the net for West Bromwich Albion, does make a good save there, and he keeps it scoreless. As we went into the 83rd minute here, is Chris Brunt on the ball. Can he find his man? We're really, really doing well in defence. All we have to do is hold on here. Sessegnon gets onto the ball. He passes it to Dorrans, who passes it back to him. And unfortunately, we concede in the 85th minute. And my dreams and hopes were pretty much crushed at this point. I was really, really disappointed. I thought we were going to beat West Bromwich Albion, but they were showing that they were a Premier League side. They were showing their dominance and their steel just to basically come through and get the win here, and you can see that they do end up getting the win. Unfortunately, we have been knocked out of the FA Cup, but hopefully next year we can continue that amazing run that we have had this year in the FA Cup and maybe go on to win it eventually. That is my aim really, because the FA Cup is certainly a competition that I am looking forward to, well, getting far in years to come, and hopefully we can eventually win it. But this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and if you have enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, as it really does help out my channel, guys. But other than that, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.